Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great millstone and do well. Salutation to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. It is a beloved brother Marcus here in Trinidad. I just want to do a little edification for the elect's sake. And the name of this lesson will be Maintain Your Virginity. Alright, and the topic, comes directly from the scripture in Revelation chapter 14 that I'm about to read. This is Revelation 14 and verse 4. It says, "These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb." Now, when it says that, these were not defiled by women, all right, this is Proverbs chapter 7, and I said at verse 1. It says, "My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye." Most precious thing, right? Because that's the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai are the most precious things unto us. It says, "Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the tables of thy heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman." So when they said that they followed the Lamb, means that they did whatsoever Yahweh Shai commanded. All right, and that scripture was speaking about us, that pushing this truth and holding this faith, all right, unto hope, hoping that we are part of the hopeful elect. All right, it says that they may keep thee from the strange woman, foreign doctrines, all right, teaching wayward things, all right, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the strangers which flatter it, from the stranger which flatter it with her words. All right, like, Yahweh Shai is not the name, Yahweh is not the name. All right, all people can be saved. It does not, is not exclusive to Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans only. There would be no time of Jacob's trouble. What else? The RFID, CHIP is not the MOTB. All these other things, when it says that they were virgins, means that they kept their integrity, not only with the and not only with the truth, all right, but in general. When I say not only with the truth, means like doctrine wise, that that they don't go out there and speak things that they're not supposed to. All right, they don't teach things that they're not supposed to, because that is one aspect of being a virgin. Because being a virgin means just to keep yourself chaste, keep yourself clean, right? All right, so lucky about that. So yeah, so basically keeping yourself, you know, clean. That is basically being a virgin, because a virgin is somebody that pure, never had sex. Basically you say they're pure. All right. So in the sense of Revelation chapter 14, they were pure. They were pure from, not only false doctrines, but also keeping their spirits pure. All right. So here, this is First Timothy chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers, in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity." All right. So I want to look up some of them words, because it says what? It says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example." So you have to be an example. All right. You have to remember that we're not here living for ourselves. We out here representing Yahweh Shai. So therefore, our lifestyle have to be somewhat contained. All right. In is like, like people in high places, like in like the prime minister, the presidents, even like beauty queens like Miss Universe. They have to maintain a particular image, in society, or they could actually lose their crown, they could actually lose their position. All right, their actions could affect the position that they're in, so they have to keep themselves contained. So it's the same thing with us being men of the Lord. All right, so it says to be example to the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, and in faith. All right, so um let's look up word. All right, in word, it says in speech, word uttered by a living voice and embodies a conception or idea, what someone has said, a word, the sayings of God. So basically, you have to be an example by the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. You preach in the word, you have to live according to the word, right? Conversation, it says manner of life, conduct, behavior, deportment. So your manner of life, meaning that you can't just be in this truth and you only acting a part, you acting a role. So only when the camera's on or when brothers are around, that is when you have a form of godliness. Now, this is something that goes on because there are a lot of people that are looking that you don't even know looking. All right. It says behavior, deportment. So I'm going to look up the word deportment. All right. And it says deportment. It says the way a person stands and walks, particularly an element of etiquette. So you have to have a spiritual etiquette in the truth. All right. You have to have a spiritual etiquette in the truth. All right. It says a person's behavior or manners. All right. So you have to, with your manners, this is not about you burp, you say, excuse me, or, good morning. It ain't nothing like that. Your mannerism have to be, as Yahweh Shai says, it goes way beyond washing of hands and pots and pans. All right. It goes way beyond that. As he said, charity. It goes back to the love. All right, it goes back to love. As you know, when we look up the word charity. Charity, all right, all right. It says what affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love. All right. So it's something that you have to show it from within. All right. It has to be in you to shine out. Let your light so shine. It shines out. All right. It shines out. So when you in this truth, that purity that is within you, it comes out naturally. It comes out naturally because guess what? Spiritual men gonna see that you're not really being sincere. You could act, but guess what? Your acting skills only gonna take you so far. There are no Emmy Awards to win in this truth. All right? There's no Emmy Awards to win in this truth. So you come in this truth and you act in spiritual men, they're gonna suss you out, you know, over a period of time, and they're gonna realize like, hey, you basically bullshitting. All right? So you have to be sincere about this thing. All right? Your virginity, your chastity, your sincerity, your purity have to be sincere. And it will shine out. Because at the end of the day, it have to go way beyond doing videos and doing the works. It have to lead you on to salvation. Because that is where your virginity gonna lead to. It gonna, at the end of the day, it gonna lead to the salvation of your own souls. Your soul have to be pure. All right? Um, look up the word purity. All right, it says purity, sinfulness of life. John said it in 1 John chapter 2 and 1. He said, beloved, these things I write unto you that you sin not. Your duty, your goal, your aim is to not sin. Keep yourself clean. As the scripture says, be not partakers of other man's sin. Keep thyself pure. You have to keep yourself pure. Pure religion. Let me read that real quick. All right. This is the book of James chapter 1. And verse 27, it says, pure religion and undefiled before Yahweh and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. So now you going up in that marriage chamber, you put on your wedding garment, you going before Yahweh Hashem Shai, and then you have one set of spots all over your white garment. The Lord gonna look at you like, hey, what you doing here with all them spots? The scripture says, thou art of purer eyes than to behold iniquity. Them spots is iniquity. Those spots are iniquity. So you want to keep yourself pure. in this truth, your duty is to maintain your chastity as long as you could. And the length of time you have to maintain your chastity is unto the end. So basically, your whole duration of being in this truth is to maintain your chastity, maintain your virginity. Don't go off teaching wayward doctrine. Keep yourself clean. Don't go off committing all sorts of iniquity. Keep yourself clean. All right. This is First Peter chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, as obedient children, not fashioning ourselves according to the former lusts in our ignorance. Not going back into the world, doing the things, the worldly things that we used to do, walking as children of darkness in this as destruction. All right. It says, but as he which had called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. So you have to be holy in all manner of conversation. And we look up that word conversation because it goes way beyond just what comes out of your mouth. Yes, what comes out of your mouth, it can defile you, but is more than just your words. Is your whole action, your mannerism, your whole entity. We have to be walking epistles of the scriptures. All right. It says, because it is written, be holy, for I am holy. So we go in First Peter chapter 1. First Peter chapter 1 and verse 15. And I want to look up the word holy. It says what? Most holy thing is saint, which basically goes back to being sacred. All right. It means separate. All right. Look up the word conversation, manner of life, conduct, behavior. Goes back to the same thing, deportment. So it's more than just a conversation, it's more than just a manner of life. All right, because you could say things and don't mean it. But your actions have to coincide with your words. Because as I said, if you fake any funk, it's only a matter of time before others realize that your words and your actions, they're not coinciding. They're not coinciding. All right. So you have to make sure they coincide. Keep yourself pure. All right. Keep yourself clean. Keep yourself clean from all manner of sin, lying, adultery, worshiping idols, being drunkards, not doing the work of Yahweh, Shemi Shai, all right, stealing, all right, teaching wayward doctrine, all right. All these things they will defile you and take away your virginity, take away your cleanness. All right. Um, Going back here, this is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 7. It says, let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come. And that is when we're going up in the chariots to meet Yahweh Shai. And his wife had made herself ready. You know, it is for a woman to make herself ready to the marriage, mean that she gonna keep she gonna work on her hair, she gonna work on her makeup, her jewelries, her wedding gown. She gonna make sure it's spotless, there's no blemishes, and that is how we supposed to be as the wives of Yahweh Shemi Shai, making ourselves ready for his coming. Making ourselves ready for his coming. We need to be spotless in the day of Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, unto her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean. Remember that, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. So that fine linen is your righteousness. So at the end of the day, how white your garment is depends on how much integrity you maintain, how much you maintain your virginity. That is what the whiteness of your garment, your white raiment gonna be. All right. As the scripture says, he that doeth righteousness is righteous. He that doeth righteousness is righteous. So therefore, your own righteousness determines how white your garment gonna be. All right. And your garment need to be clean and white, sparkling clean. All right. white raiment need to be sparkling clean to enter into that church. Because guess what? If you're not sparkling clean, then guess what? You're not coming with your wedding garment. The Lord gonna say, son, how comest thou not in thy wedding garments? Because you're not spotless and clean. You're not spotless and clean. So you need to come spotless and clean. All right. So to do that, you have to maintain your virginity, maintain your cleanness, maintain your integrity in the truth. And it goes more than just your words. Your actions have to play a big role in maintaining your integrity. A lot of people could say, yeah, I'm a virgin, and then when you go, between the legs smell like a cesspool, a cesspit. All right. But guess what? When inquisition be made, then you would know who are virgins and are not. It's the same when it comes to this truth. When inquisition be made through the Spirit, then again, as the scripture say, every man work shall be tried. Then again, and be revealed who are the true virgins and who are not. All right. There's the final precept here. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and 2 Peter chapter 3 and 13. It says, nevertheless, we according to the promise, to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent to keep yourself clean, that we may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So you have to be without spot and blameless in the day of Yahushua. You have to be without spot and blameless in the day of Yahushua. Let's look up those two words. All right. Without spot goes back to spotless. Metaphor, free from censor. Irreproachable, free from vice. Unsullied mean untainted. Vice goes back to unlawful acts. So let's look it up and see what vice says here. All right. They don't want to show you what vice says here. So I'll look up the word censor. All right. When you look up the word censor, it says express severe disapproval of something, someone or something, especially in a formal statement. It says a formal expression of severe disapproval. All right, you don't want the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai to have severe disapproval of you. So keep your virginity. All right, keep your virginity. All right, let's look up the word vice here. V-I-C-E. Let's see what vice means. Vice, immoral or wicked behavior. All right. It says criminal activity involving prostitution, pornography, or drugs. It says an immoral or wicked personal characteristic. So you don't want to have a wicked characteristic about you. All right. You, as I said, you could act, you could talk the talk, you could act for a while, but then the spirit gonna find you out, and they're gonna realize that your words not matching your actions. So make sure your words and your actions coinciding, or the Lord gonna find vice within you. And you're gonna have basically, as he said, censor. You're gonna have censor. All right, severe disapproval. You don't want the Lord to come and have and find vice within you and have severe disapproval because you're unclean, full of spots. Maintain your virginity, maintain your wedding garment, maintain your righteousness, so that you'll be saved at the last end. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to rule well. Salutation to the men of the Hope Plan Saint Select. There's your brother Marcus out in Trinidad saying Shalom and stay strong. Shalom.